Big news from Triumph. There will not only be a new 2025 model of the Speed Twin 1200, there will also be a sporty RS version, and that all is not without its controversy. And also there's kinda a Thruxton revival, I guess. What I mean by all of that, you will find out in this video. Stay tuned. Greetings to the channel. If you're new here, we're an Austrian motorcycle magazine, and today we're gonna talk about new Speed Twin models. Quite interesting because they are going a new route, and let's head right into it. What I have to say first, the Speed Twin, it's not unknown. It has been part of the modern classics family for a long time, and it always has been like the sporty part of this family, although for a long time not the only sporty model, because there was the Thruxton. But sadly, at the end of 2023, the Thruxton, it was announced that the Thruxton would come to an end. There was the final edition now in 2024, and that's it. But if you stick around towards the end of the video, we will see it kinda has a comeback. But first, let's talk about the basic new things the Speed Twin 1200 will have. First thing, the design is always an important aspect with retro motorcycles, and the Speed Twin is no exception. I'm looking here at both pictures, and you can see the tank, the fuel tank has a different form. In my opinion, it integrates better into the rest of the shapes on the Speed Twin. Also, the seat got flatter and narrower to the front. The engine casings are now more angular, it is called apparently in English, a little bit different. Also, the exhaust is a bit shorter, but we still have those beautiful retro or traditional manifolds, and the catalysator is hidden well on the bottom of the engine. Also, what's different now, the Speed Twin doesn't have anymore that like carburetor imitation in the middle. Now it's just an aluminum cover for the throttle body. Okay, sorry. So aluminum covers of the throttle body. All in all, I like the new looks. You can also see different wheels. Now we have 7-spoke wheels from aluminum cast. Reminds like a turbine look to underline the sportiness of the Speed Twin. And last but not least, LED lights from front to back, and also a newly shaped taillight. So that was the looks, but apart from the design, the engine also stayed mostly untouched. Yes, we have more power, 5 horsepower more. So we're now at 105 horsepower at 7,750 RPM and 112 Newton meters of torque at very early revs, 4,250 RPM. But the character of the bike is gonna stay the same because we still have 270 degrees camshaft offset. So it's to be expected that it's still gonna have that like torquey character and that beloved British twin sound. Also, what's new, but both Speed Twin models share the same, is the electronics. It's 2025, so a bike has got to have some kind of modern electronics. So we have 2 riding modes, road and rain, and for the first time we also have a corner ABS and lean angle sensitive traction control for both models. But that new technology also has to be controlled, regulated, turned on and off in some way, so also the display changed. And that's the controversy I was talking about, because I can imagine traditional retro bike lovers are not going to be happy because there is no analog display anymore. We have instead the LC-TFT combination, the LC-TFT display we know from the 660cc models from Triumph. It's still a round shape, but the rest is not so retro anymore. But on the other hand, the new display is able to do smartphone connectivity. That's something, I guess. Also, I asked, an analog display is not an option because they say it would not make possible to regulate and control the new electronic systems without the new display. What do you think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Maybe it's only me that's overly critical, but I can see people missing the classic display. Well, now let's get to the model-specific updates. For the standard Speedtwin 1200, they revised the suspension. We have a Marzocchi fork at the front, 43 millimeters in diameter, non-adjustable, and Marzocchi stereo shocks at the back, adjustable in the preload. Interestingly enough, although the Speedtwin is now the only sporty modern classic model, they made the suspension softer, and they also changed the ergonomics to be more comfortable. The handlebar went further to the front and got higher, so now you sit more upright on the standard Speedtwin 1200. That makes sense if you look towards the RS, but first, let's finish the standard Speedtwin. We have Triumph branded brake systems, 320 millimeters, double brake discs, and 4 piston brake calipers radially mounted. So there's still kind of sportiness in the standard Speedtwin, and also that shows in the very sporty standard tires, which are Metzeler Sportec M9RR. Yes. That was the standard Speedtwin 1200, and the differences get clear when we look at the RS, which is like fully loaded. The RS comes with fully adjustable Marzocchi front fork at the front, fully adjustable Öhlins stereo shocks at the rear, and also the ergonomics are a lot more sporty. The handlebar is lower, the foot pegs are a lot more to the back and higher up, and even the seat is inclined towards the front, so the whole rider gets pushed towards the front wheel. And this change in ergonomics even makes a couple more electronic features possible, because for the first time in the modern classics history, the Speedtwin 1200 RS has a quick shifter with blipper function, and that is only possible because of the new foot peg positioning. I asked if there will be a quick shifter available for the standard Speedtwin 1200, because in my opinion a quick shifter is always a nice thing to have, but it won't, even not for good money, because there's just not the space, the technical possibility to implement the quick shifter with the standard foot peg position. Also, looking at the brakes, there's a big step up with the RS model because it has Brembo Stilema double brake discs, 320 millimeter, so a very, very potent braking system, and also very, very sporty. I was kind of even a little bit surprised because it's the most sporty road tires that Metzeler has to offer, the Race Tech RR, which are standard on the RS. So they really wanted to go super sporty with it. However, if that's still not enough for you, then you can turn to the accessories, and that's now where the Thruxton revival comes in, because as always with retro motorcycles, customizing is a very important thing, and there's loads of options, but what stood out to me was you have the clip-on handlebars from the Thruxton and even a cover for your pillion seat, so you have that classic cafe racer hunchback, I don't know what to call it in English, but like the back, which also reminds me of the Thruxton. And if you order or put those two options on your Speedtwin 1200 RS, damn, it looks very, very similar to the Thruxton. So it kind of came back in a way. And of course, the seating position then gets even more aggressive as the Thruxton, which was probably the sportiest modern classic model of them all. And with that, I think I've covered all the new things to tell tell you, because I'm seeing right now, I forgot to say the fueler cap. It's a small detail, but could be interesting for some if you get annoyed by things like that easily. It's not anymore to just screw it off, but it's the filler cap just like with a normal bike opens and stays on the bike, so you can't lose it well when fueling up. But now we are at the end. Now the last thing to talk about is the pricing. The pricing will be for the standard Speed Twin 1200, £12,495, and for the RS, £14,495. If you are looking at euros, I only have the German and Austrian prices, which are 13,895 for the standard Speed Twin in Germany and 16,195 euros for the RS in Germany. And in Austria, we have to pay from 16,195 euros for the standard and 18,695 euros for the RS. Now you have all the informations, except if you want to know all the technical details and specs, look down to the video description where you will find a link to our written article, and there you have really all the details. Yeah, and now thank you for watching this hopefully kind of short video. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like the direction the Speed Twin models are taking with the new RS version? Do you have a problem with some of the new parts, or do you say, hey, I would have liked maybe that they put the focus on something else? I'm curious about your thoughts. I will discuss it with you in the comments, and now I say thank you for watching. We'll see each other very soon probably, and goodbye.